We can convert between metric and US units just like we do other unit conversions, as long as we have the conversion factors. A conversion table like this one can be very useful. We'll come back to this table as needed for the following examples. In the United States, many swimming competitions are held in pools of 25 yards, while international competitions are in pools of 25 or 50 meters. Suppose a swimmer wants to know how much longer a 100-meter race is than a 100-yard race. This question really asks us to convert 100 meters into yards. We therefore need a conversion between meters and yards. The table shows that 1 meter is equal to 1.094 yards, so we'll write this with our example. To convert from meters to yards, we need a conversion that has meters in the denominator so that the meters will cancel. We therefore divide both sides of our conversion by 1 meter to find that 1.094 yards over 1 meter equals 1. Now we convert 100 meters to yards by multiplying by this conversion factor. As always in conversions, we are really just multiplying by 1 since 1.094 yards and 1 meter represent the same length. The units of meters cancel, so the answer is that 100 meters is equal to 109.4 yards. This is almost 110 yards, so a good rule of thumb is that distances in meters are about 10% longer than the corresponding distances in yards. For example 2, note that in the Midwest and many other parts of the United States, roads divide counties into square miles. Let's see how many square kilometers are in a square mile. We'll need to multiply 1 square mile by a conversion that has square miles in the denominator so that square miles will cancel and leave us with an answer in square kilometers. Our table shows that 1 mile is equal to 1.6093 kilometers, so we write that here. We can divide both sides of this conversion by 1 mile to find the conversion 1.6093 kilometers per mile. We need to square this conversion since we're going from square miles to square kilometers rather than miles to kilometers. Now we multiply 1 square mile by this conversion factor. We distribute the square. The square miles cancel. And you can do the 1.6093 squared on a calculator to get the final answer that 1 square mile is 2.5898 square kilometers. Example 3. In the metric system, the density of water is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. What is this in pounds per cubic inch? To answer, we must convert 1 gram per cubic centimeter to units of pounds per cubic inch. If you go back to the table, you'll find that 1 inch equals 2.540 centimeters and 1 pound equals 453.6 grams. Now we just have to put these conversions in the correct form to find the answer. We start with the metric density. Since we have grams in the top, we need to multiply by a conversion with grams in the bottom. We take this conversion and use it in the form 1 pound over 453.6 grams, which is just a fancy way of writing 1 since 1 pound and 453.6 grams are the same thing. Notice that the grams now cancel. Next, we use our other conversion. We notice that centimeters must go on the top to cancel out the centimeters that are in the denominator here, so we put it in the form 2.540 centimeters per inch. We must cube this conversion since we're converting from cubic centimeters to cubic inches. We distribute the cube. The cubic centimeters cancel. And our final answer will have the units we want of pounds per cubic inch. We use a calculator for the final step to cube 2.540 and divide it by 453.6, finding that 1 gram per cubic centimeter is equal to 0.0361 pounds per cubic inch.